The 2018 Detroit Auto Show could nearly be renamed the Detroit Truck Show for all the enormous uncovers on the floor. All the 2019 Ram 1500 and the 2019 Chevy Silverado determinations have not yet been uncovered, but rather we can think about their weight, motors, transmissions, and rough terrain variants to the current 2018 Ford F-150. Stay tuned for a more inside and out correlation of insights as more data winds up noticeably accessible. Weight funds. Both the 2019 Ram 1500 and 2019 Chevy Silverado 1500 have started eating less for the new model year, like the one the F-150 went ahead in 2015. The Silverado is the weight reduction pioneer, having shed 450 pounds when looking at quad-taxi V8 models. The Ram 1500 lost 225 pounds contrasted with the present truck. The two trucks accomplish their weight reduction to some extent because of the utilization of aluminum parts. On the Silverado, the hood, entryways, and back end are aluminum, while on the Ram, only the hood and rear end are aluminum on the body. Contrast that with the F-150, which utilizes aluminum for all outside body boards for an aggregate weight reduction of up to 732 pounds, which makes the aluminum escalated F-150 the weight reduction pioneer. Motors and transmissions. There's just a touch of cover in powertrains on the Ram 1500 and Chevy Silverado. Every ha a V8 for the best motor. The Ram's is a 5.7-liter Hemi V8 making 395 drive and 410 pound-feet of torque. The Silverado will utilize a 6.2-liter V8. In spite of the fact that Chevy hasn't uncovered specs on the motor, we envision it will be near the present model's 420 drive and 460 pound-feet of torque. While the Chevy makes more power and torque, the Ram's V8 gloats a discretionary 48-volt Milo mixture framework that can give up to 130 pound-feet of torque appropriate off the line. While the F-150 still offers a 5.0-liter V8, the genuine range-topping motor is a 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6. That motor makes 375 drive and finished the three trucks with 470 pound-feet of torque. The Ram and Chevy powertrains veer with the lower-end gas motors. Slam offers a 3.6-liter V6 making 305 drive and 269 pound-feet of torque, and it comes standard with the 48-volt half-and-half framework. However, in that application it just creates up to 90 pound-feet. Chevy has not declared a fuel V6 for the new Silverado yet, which means the low-end gas motor for it is a 5.3-liter V8. Yield hasn't been given, however the 5.3-liter motor in the present model produces 355 drive and 383 pound-feet of torque, and we don't anticipate that will change much. Beneath the F-150's 3.5-liter rests the 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6. That motor makes 325 strength and 400 pound-feet of torque. Diesels are somewhat of a secret for these two trucks. Chevrolet reported it would offer a 3.0-liter inline-six diesel, and gave no subtle elements other than it will beat the opposition. Portage's Powerstroke 3.0-liter makes 250 strength and 440 pound-feet of torque, so anticipate that the Chevy motor will be in that ballpark. Slam says that the EcoDiesel 3.0-liter V6 will return, however no points of interest were given. The present model makes 240 pull and 420 pound-feet of torque, so the new form will most likely be close. Passage simply declared the F-150 will get that 3.0-liter V6 turbodiesel. At last, all Rams will utilize 8-speed automatics, with an alternate one for V6 and for V8. The Silverado will get a 10-speed programmed with a 6.2-liter V8 and the diesel. In spite of the fact that no transmission was reported for the 5.3-liter V8, the present model uses an 8-speed programmed, so we would expect the same for the better and brighter one. Like the Silverado, the F-150 utilization's a 10-speed programmed. Truth be told, the transmissions are about the same, on account of an improvement association amongst GM and Ford. Rough terrain variants. For the 2019 model year, Chevrolet has made an intense rough terrain variation to coordinate the Ram Rebel. It's known as the Trail Boss. It goes a stage past the consistent Z71 rough terrain bundle, however incorporates that bundle's highlights. It accompanies a locking back differential, slide plates, Rancho stuns, a 2-inch lift, and go 4x4 romping tires. Also, obviously, the Trail Boss looks more forceful with a dark front sash. The Ram 1500 Rebel proceeds for 2019. Rather than the Chevy Trail Boss, the Rebel just gets a 1-inch suspension lift. Be that as it may, similar to the Trail Boss, it has a locking back differential, slide plates and go dirt road romping tires. The Rebel additionally gains slope plummet power and redesigned stuns, however from Bilstein rather than Rancho. The Rebel can accompany air suspension, as well. Also, the Rebel will keep on getting a special dark grille and strong Rebel badging. Between the two, it's presumably up to your inclination of style and brand. All things considered, neither of those truly stack up against the Ford F-150 Raptor, the lord of full estimate rough-terrain drivers. The Raptor is fueled by a high-yield variant of the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, useful for 450 pull and 510 pound-feet of torque. Notwithstanding the knock-in control, the Raptor gets muscular tires and wheels, Fox stuns, wide bumpers, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. Payload choices. Smash has had a passing hold on the lockable embed stockpiling market with its Ram box, and that component proceeds on the new model, yet observes new rivalry from Chevrolet. The Ram box keeps on working the same as it generally has, fitting stockpiling holders into the bed sides with lockable covers on the highest points of the bed sides. On the Silverado, there are currently accessible embed load boxes. They sit over the wheel curves and appear to consume up comparative room as Ram box, yet they give off an impression of being removable and not to require an extraordinary bed. The F-150 doesn't accompany any lockable stockpiling in the bed. The Silverado is by all accounts the ruler with regards to payload limit. The new truck bed is 6.75 inches more extensive than earlier and, on account of taller bumpers, is more profound, as well. All things considered, dislike the Ram or F-150 fall behind. It's little contrasts between the three models, however we'll need to sit tight for full specs to truly analyze. Inside. Every one of the three trucks include roomy, all-around designated insides. For some time, the F-150 was the reasonable class pioneer, however it was additionally the most up-to-date. Presently it appears like a toss-up. For 2019, the Ram and Silverado have all the earmarks of being a development of what preceded. The outline is spotless and rough, with substantial controls that ought to be anything but difficult to utilize while wearing work gloves. There are a lot of little pockets and freight receptacles all through the lodges. The Ram specifically emerges with a really monstrous focus comfort. The infotainment is a toss-up between the three, however by and by Ram takes the cake on estimate. Upper trim models get another 12-inch infotainment so that we give Tesla the new Silverado and 150 keep running on the most recent emphasis of Chevy MyLink and Ford Sync. Every one of the three have various USB ports for both charging and network sprinkled all through.